Okay, in this video I'm going to solve a free mixed problem completely from different topics. So, first operation that we are going to do, 4.7 times 10 to power 4, and then multiply 6.4 times 10 to power 15. In cases like this, what we're gonna do, combine this, multiply these two numbers together, and 10.4 multiplied by 10.15. So this is how I will rearrange 4.7 times 6.4, okay, and multiply 10 to power 4 times 10 to power 15. 4.7 times 6.4, it's going to be 30.8. Multiply 10 to power 4 times 10 to power 15. We are adding exponents, right? Based on properties of exponents. 10 to power 19. And this is going to be result. But usually this type of notation we are using for scientific notation. This specific case, notation, is in the style of scientific notation, but this is not a scientific notation, because for scientific notation, the first number, this first number A, has to be, which is this one, has to be no more than 10. So at this point, what I'm going to do, I'm going to move by one position, okay? Gonna be 3.08. Since I reduced here by one position, then here I will increase by one position. So, in only this case, it's gonna be scientific notation. Next question. So, question number 2. If x minus y is equal to, and x squared plus y squared is equal 3, what's the value of 1 over x minus 1 over y? Okay? In cases like this, we have to start from the back, from the question. So for that reason, first we are going to 1 over x minus 1 over y. Bring to common denominator, it's going to be xy, and here we have y minus x. So from here we clearly can see which elements we need to calculate, right? So I will highlight that here we have x minus y equal to, and here we have y minus x here too, which means what I can do, so x, if I have x minus y, I can put negative sign in front and get y minus x, right? Because if I put negative sign, let's see, negative x minus y is equal negative x plus y, right? Okay, here it is. Or I can write down y minus x, which is here. I'll put negative sign and write down y minus x. So, let me clean this. So we are going to have here, it's going to be negative x minus y, right, over xy, and we have negative, here is 2. Now at the bottom we have xy. xy is not given, xy is the one it's going to be calculated. So how do we start? Well, it's given x minus y squared, and it's given x squared plus y squared. What I'm thinking to do, how x minus y and x squared plus y squared are connected to each other. If I take x minus y into square, which will be also 2 squared. So now let me open, and you will see what connection I see between these two. X squared minus 2xy, it's a perfect square, right? Plus y squared equal 4. So as you can see, x squared plus y squared, I can replace with 3. Yes? This 3 that is given, right? So, which means from here I am getting 3 minus 2xy is equal 4. Correct? Negative 2xy is equal 1, right? This 3 I'm moving over, right? It's gonna be 1. 4 minus 3 is 1. And xy is equal negative 1 over 2. Okay, negative 1 over 2. So let me rewrite this piece that we have here. 1 over x minus 1 over y. So far we have negative 2xy, right? And I can write down negative 2 over xy is negative 1/2, which is gonna be, well, negative divided by negative is positive anyway. So if I'm dividing 2 by negative 2, that's mean 2 multiplied by flipped 1/2, which is going to be 2 over 1. And result is 4. So from here, the value of 1 over x minus 1 over y is equal 4. And this is our answer. Okay, there we go. Okay, next question. So we have some sequence of numbers: 31, 30, 27, 22, 15. So our question is, what is going to be next number in the sequence? So let's see. From 31 to 30, I have to subtract by negative 1, right? From 30 to 27, it's going to be negative 3. I have to decrease, right? To minus 1, minus 3. And then 27, 22, it will be minus 5. Here it's going to be minus 7. Now let's look at these numbers. Negative 1, negative 3, negative 5, negative 7. So those are odd numbers, right? The decreasing odd numbers. Negative 1, negative 3, negative 5, negative 7, which means next change is going to be negative 9, correct? If it's negative 9, then what we are going to get, 15 minus 9 is going to be 6, right? So the next number is going to be 6. That's all. Okay. And okay, it just crossed my mind the other interesting question, although I said 3, but let me do fourth one also. So what do we have? We have 4x squared minus 8x and plus 20. We need to complete 2 square. We need to have complete square. Complete this quadratic expression to square. To be able to complete, let me here mark down. Complete two square. To be able to complete two square, we need to assign this expression, turn into equation, and put equals 0. So it's going to be 4x squared minus 8x plus 20 is equal 0. Okay, so I'm going to divide by 4 every single one of them because I can reduce, right? So which is going to be x squared minus 2x plus 5 is equal 0. Next, since this is not a perfect square, so I'm going to throw 5 on the other side of equation. X squared minus 2x is equal negative 5. All right. So now let me see. I need to complete that square. So if I write down the formula of perfect square, a squared minus 2ab plus b squared, right? And that is equal a minus b squared. Now let's do here. X squared is my a squared, right? Minus, I have 2 here, times a. If a squared is my a squared, then x is going to be my a, right? And times here has to be b. There is nothing else here. That's mean here it is going to be 1. Yes? This b is going to be 1. So from here, that's mean plus b squared. It's going to be plus 1 squared, right? Because b is 1. And we are getting x minus 1 squared is equal... Oh, okay, hold on. Here, since we increased, let me change the color here, because this is some element that wasn't there and we squeezed in. And therefore, now here also on this side also I'm adding 1. Okay. Now it's going to be x minus 1 squared. It's going to be equal negative 4, right? Okay. If we take square root, we get x minus 1 equal plus minus 2i. How we get square root of negative 4 as a 2i? So first of all, I is a complex number where I squared is equal negative 1 and I is equal square root of negative 1. So our negative 4, I can write down squared negative 1. Let me see. Okay, let me take square root 4. It's going to be square root negative 1 times square root 4. So square root negative 1, we know it's I. And square root 4 is 2. I'm writing down here. And plus minus, because square root always is plus minus, right? Okay, so from here, x1, it's going to be 1 plus 2i. And x2 is equal 1 minus 2i. Okay, I'm done. And this is the answer. We completed two square and solved it. So thank you for watching and I'll see you in next video.